button system information gives you an overview of some internal information about the iMRS Prime, such as the serial number of the connector box, the recently uploaded firmware version, which in my case is 2.08, also the hardware version of the iMRS Prime control panel, which relates to manufacturing. And at the lower part of the screen we have also 4 action buttons. On the left side we have the reboot button. You know this from your computer. Whenever your computer behaves strangely or shows some failure, you can always clean up the system by tapping on reboot. The same you can perform here on your iMRS Prime control unit. You can also shut down the system electronically by pressing or tapping on the shutdown button. This button here, applicator update, is for the future, because with one of the next firmware version updates we are able and capable of updating also the applicator. We have intelligence built in every applicator, and we can always improve stability and also application performance by updating the applicators. Therefore this button is. And very important is the so-called system update button. This button has to be pressed whenever a firmware update has to be done. When we announce it, as you know, the iMRS Prime is not connected to the internet. There is no wireless receiver built in due to the fact that it will interfere with the PEMF application. And therefore, whenever we release and we publish the information that a firmware update is available, you would be able to do the firmware update by pressing on this button. But we will do an extra little video about how to update the firmware on your iMRS Prime. And again, with the arrow back button, you can always go back to the settings menu.